Hello and welcome back, soccer fans, because I'm going to do a two-in-one. Well, I got this Linda Blair, what's called the Terry Tunes. I don't think she likes to stand up too well. It comes with the swappable head, which doesn't quite, it's supposed to go on her, but it doesn't quite go on her. And there's the barf effect. She's not very tall. If I can get her to stand up, she could stand with Dr. Mindbender, but we don't have any teenagers that tall. Because Dr. Mindbender was a full-grown man. She doesn't quite fit with He-Man figures, so I don't know where she'd be categorized for NECA. Because I was just looking at her. She does have holes. You can place foot pegs in there, probably. Because I don't think she likes to stand up. She's got the painted barf on her. The head sculpt doesn't look too bad for a Terry Toon. Her head doesn't swivel around. Would have been better if they just did doll hair if maybe wanted to do the 360 effect. Not too bad. That's all you get. The legs don't move. The feet kind of turn. The arms go up and down like a Kenner figure from Star Wars. But the card, the back card, it's pretty good. You can have her stand up against that because you open up the package to put her on display. So, like I said, she could almost stand next to Dr. Mindbender, but I don't know too many teenagers, unless he did a science experiment, because that's why I chose Dr. Mindbender, because he's always tinkering with the human body and God knows what else. So making a teenager a little bit taller, figured she might go against G.I. Joe. And the evil eyes look pretty good. The next item, that's why I said soccer fans, because I did go and get the World Cup meal from McDonald's, because there's not too hell of much going on. I know we're all excited for the He-Man movie, which already passed, and I've seen enough of it on here on TikTok. And it comes in the bag. I'll open up to show you what I got. If anybody knows who this player is, maybe you can leave me a comment in the comments there. I'm not so sure who he is, but I guess there's going to be a lot of people betting on these guys for the summer, I guess, because country to country, people are betting, I bet. Yeah, doesn't quite fit the to close it over, but the artwork on this box isn't too bad for the FIFA World Cup. It did have Squishmallows because we didn't have an adult meal exactly. We had an adult meal, it did come in the box, because I had to ask them for the box because they didn't have a box for the adults, and had a box for the kids, and it's got Squishmallows, what modern generation likes, but that's all fine and dandy. Our Generation X, we just like we had when we were kids. But as I'm rotating it, the artwork's not too bad. Not too shabby. And considering that the first game is in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where I'm from, it's not too bad. So I decided to just get this for, as I say, shits and giggles. I just don't know who the player is. I didn't watch the World Cup. I did play a little bit when I was in school. You know, you had to do that for gymnastics or gym or whatever. Anyways, that's about it. I just haven't got much going on right now until I get something interesting, because I did say on my YouTube page I'm looking for things that are interesting, and there's not much interesting right now at the moment. But yeah, they still want us to donate to the children's McDonald's house. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. The thing is, I didn't really see McDonald's, like when I was a kid growing up, I used to have McDonald's on the bottom and all that. Probably still does in faint. But I remember I used to feel a little bit of a, oh yeah, they got rid of that. When I was a kid, I used to feel a bit of the thing there. Like they took them all off from the framing when they had to cut them, I guess, in the factory. And that's not a bad looking cup. I don't think I'm going to use it. And I noticed that the paper cups from McDonald's, hold on, I'll show you that. Okay, when I was a kid growing up, they used to have wax. Like you literally, I guess I gotta wipe this down again. I guess I gotta wipe that down again. A little bit of Pepsi film on it. No, but when I was a kid, we used to be able to scratch our names in here because we used to have a wax film. And all the Gen X should know that about drinking cups from theaters and fast food chains. You could literally with the wax. They don't do it anymore. There's just paper, like a cardboard paper. But back in the day, we could literally scratch our name in the wax. We used to have a wax film. Any younger audiences who are watching this? That's what we had. You literally could take your fingernails. You didn't cut your fingernails. When you go to the theater, you get bored, you could scratch on there when you're watching a movie, having your pop watch a movie. I used to do that. Try not to dig deep. Just lightly scratch and you feel the wax come off. And then when you go to McDonald's or Burger King back in the day, or Wendy's, you literally could take your fingernail and just slightly scratch wax. Now, they said they took it off for environmental reasonings, but that was in the late 90s. They said they stopped using wax. So this is just straight up cardboard, and it's got a nice little design. I'm going to give it another cleaning. I didn't realize a little bit of Pepsi on there, Coke, whatever I had from dinner. But not bad, not bad. They don't usually change. I know some McDonald's, they don't usually change their designs when you get drinks and all. They don't usually change their design. But I forgot that back in the day we had wax, and you could literally carve your name in each cup, or just lightly scratch it and feel the wax come off. So if you like what you see, please give me a like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Have yourself a good night.